Hello, everyone. And it's already 3 p.m., so let's get started. Welcome to today's section, and I'm Owen, and we are happy to invite Jorgen from Simos to join us as a co-host.
Hello,
In
everybody.
next, yeah, in next slide, we will give a little bit introduction about ourselves. Today, we are going to talk about how to add intelligence to existing surveillance solution and bring efficiency and insights to end users. A recorded version and the slides of this webinar will be available later, and we will reserve 5 to 10 minutes for Q&A after our presentation. During the webinar, we will give full poll questions since we value your idea and we want to take it into consideration while developing our solutions in the future. And welcome to those who just joined. So let's get started. Sorry. Okay, short introduction about myself. I'm Owen, and I'm the product solution manager from Aon. I'm mainly responsible for seeking interesting applications and collaborating with partners to bring sophisticated solution to the business world. That's how we met Simos and bring Milestone, Intel, and Aon together to create a joint project called Xtreme Smart Surveillance. Today, we also have Jorgen joining us as a host. I will pass the ball to him for introduction. Jorgen.
Thank you, Owen. So hi, everybody. Thank you for joining. My name is Jürgen. I'm the CTO for Simos, and I am very excited today to present the new Xtreme Smart Surveillance solution together with Owen. So let's not waste any time, Owen. Let's get it on.
So we start from this slide. So now you can hear me well, right?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Why we need smart surveillance and why is it so important? First, let's take a look at the traditional surveillance we have today. It's very resource intensive, no matter to machine or human. As you can see from the image here, the owners need to invest a lot on their surveillance control room. And usually in traditional surveillance solution, we count on human judgment. And it's very likely to get misjudgment due to long period of monitoring. Besides, currently, camera worldwide collect 1 million gigabytes of data a day. It's a shame that we only utilize very limited % of those data. Last but not least, we usually act passively within a traditional solution. For example, you may find out your car disappear next morning when you are about going to work. Then you start looking through hours of video to try to find out what happened last night. So what smart surveillance can improve here? The real-time analytics not only extract insights from video stream, but also allow you to have event-based architecture. Combined with the alert system, when defined event happen, it will send out the alert, and the smart surveillance allows you to take immediate action and streamline your surveillance solution, as you don't need so many people to monitor abnormal situation and so many storage space for recordings. So previously we talked about the importance of smart surveillance. Now we start from the foundation, which is the hardware platform for surveillance solution. Aon provides a wide range of products that can fulfill different kinds of project requirements. First is the Xtreme Smart Surveillance, and it's the joint project I mentioned in the beginning. It has two SKUs, which are Intel 8th generation Core i5 and i7 processors with different camera input. i5 is 8 and i7 is 32. This product includes two Intel AI accelerators, which provides you more flexibility for AI applications. It also comes with different options on connectivity modules, such as Wi-Fi or LTE, to fulfill specific project requirements. The integration with Milestone Video Management System and Simos Video Analytic plugins provide applications for different use scenarios, such as intrusion detection, counting, face recognition, and license plate recognition, etc. And later, Jorgen will give more details regarding to this part. Second, we are going to talk about Aon's rugged vehicle surveillance products. By rugged and vehicle, I mean that these products pass the military standard drop test and have wide temperature range. not to mention the E13 vehicle certificate and the G sensor validation required for vehicle usage. For VPC3350S, its camera input is 8. It's equipped with inbuilt PoE ports and supports up to 4 Intel AI accelerators. As for the VPC5600S, its camera input is 48. Since these products are for vehicle use cases, there's one additional video analytics called ADAS, which is driving assisted systems, can be applied as well. In this slide, I will talk about AON rack-mount surveillance products. First one is FWS7A31, which can connect to 48 cameras, and 7A30 for up to 100 camera connection. And finally, 8600 for more than 100 camera connections. We also provide different types of expandable modules to fulfill different requirements, such as PoE, LAN, or 10G expansion modules, and the removable tray for 2.5-inch hard disk. So here I will release the first poll question to you, since you already get an idea regarding to our hardware features. So please help to take some time to finish it. Thank you. And in this slide, I believe you already get an idea regarding to hardware parts from my previous explanations. Now I'm gonna talk about how we add intelligence to this hardware platform. We install a milestone video management system on top of the operating system. Then we incorporate CMOS video plugins to the milestone VNS. For the beginners who want to start surveillance project, you just need to find a suitable hardware platform, which AON has plenty of land, and to install it with milestone VNS and CMOS video plugins. For existing milestone users, what you need to do is just to install CMOS video plugins on top of it. With easy steps, you can then enjoy multiple video analytic applications and dashboard visualizing the insights extracted from videos. So what does it mean for you? You can enjoy the smart surveillance solution that grows through time and with high compatibility. Then CMOS video analytic plugins will then equip your solution with event-based architecture. Combined with live alarm and a smart playback, you can know what's happening immediately when defined event happen and take actions. Furthermore, there's a built-in dashboard helps you to visualize the insights from video. And the best thing is that all this come within a single and integrated platform, which is Milestone. So how can end user implement smart surveillance to the field? Here comes the scenario for retail surveillance. First, the heat mapping can let you know the frequency of use area, so that shop owner can take it as reference to optimize the layout of their store. And second, occupancy statistic helps you to manage the quantity of customers within the store to maintain a good shopping experience. This application can be very useful for current situation as well, like coronavirus. Leverage this, shop owner can control total amount of shoppers within store to avoid crowded situation. Third, facial recognition can identify the VIP or shoplifter according to database for shop owners to take essential actions. And queue detection allows you to get real-time notification when there's a queue, so that you can make arrangement to reduce time customer spending in each checkout counter. Finally, remove object detection monitors area without employees to notice owner, so that when the object is taken, owner can take the action to avoid shoplifter or some misjudgment for the action. It would be good for us to know real deployment. So Jürgen, could you give us some heads up regarding to use real use cases?
Yes, so for example, there's a theme park provider that uses our solution, for example, to heat map his whole outside area and get also the respective count for this area, so he can see what's going on in his theme park. And of course, there's also, for example, shopping mall owners that use our occupancy management, counting and heat mapping to get a better overview of what is happening within their store, and even some use our occupancy management, for example, to steer the building control, especially like also the AC of the shopping mall.
Okay, thanks to Jürgen. So now I will release the second poll question to you, since we would like to know how many smart surveillance project is ongoing currently. So next is the application scenario within factory. Besides of the heat mapping and facial recognition I already mentioned in previous slide, we can also add loitering and intrusion detection to alert owners when someone enters forbidden zones, so that the owner can take appropriate action to avoid property loss. So I believe Jürgen could also share us some real use scenarios here. Jürgen?
Yes. So for example, we have like cable manufacturers who use our solution to basically save their premises because they have valuable assets on their company grounds, for example, and they use our perimeter solution to basically detect unwanted intruders indoors and outdoors.
Okay, thank you. And now I will release the third question regarding to what surveillance verticals you are interested. Then I will pass the ball to Jürgen to take you deep dive on Simos AI analytics. Wait a minute. So Jürgen, the stage is yours, and I already passed the control to you.
Yes, so thank you very much. Oh, now something has gone wrong with the steering. Let's just go into the slide again.
Yeah.
Yeah. So thank you, Owen. Thank you for the comprehensive so Owen, can you, I think you switch the slide.
Oh, no problem.
Yeah. So thank you very much. So my job today is to tell you what you're actually buying in with the smart surveillance solution. So as you have heard, we have our video analytics integrated together with the Milestone VMS software. And the great thing is you can control everything from the Milestone VMS software, and you will get a very nice package out of the box there. And for example, you can see it here, you will get 4 channels already pre-licensed on the box for perimeter, count, and object. So you can choose between these 3 functionalities. But of course, Simos VA is a lot more than that. So the solution is also built to scale, so you can scale up your solution and you're not buying into a one-off system, but you can scale up and the solution can grow with you and with your customer. So for example, you can use the full extent of the Simos VA portfolio. So for example, you could also add a scrambler channel, which is a motion scrambling system that scrambles everything that moves for privacy protection. You could add a face detection and recognition channel, and of course also our very new LPR, license plate recognition system. And on top of that, you can also extend the functionality of the smart surveillance solution with external products like our 3D analytics and also our new edge analytics. So every edge analytics we will bring out, you can fully integrate into your system. And the great thing about using such kind of server-side system out of the box is that you can also bring it into your existing infrastructure. But let's go into detail on what you get on the box, out of the box. So one of the possibilities is Simos C3 Core Perimeter, which basically enables you to do outdoor and indoor analytics for intrusion detection, loitering detection, also speed and direction detection. And the great thing about that is it's a very nice system that is easily configured in a few steps with a zone-based system. So you can add rules to the zone. With the core channel, you can add 2 independent zones. And of course, if you create a channel on the solution, it is automatically fully integrated into the Milestone VMS system. So you can also see that alarms within the VMS system will automatically appear for your configured channel. The second system you will get, or the second choice you will get, is Symos C3 Core Count, that basically enables you to add a full-fledged counting solution to your system. And Count is one of our most flexible products, so you can do people or object counting as well as heat mapping with it. And of course, additionally, the already mentioned occupancy management for the solution. And the great thing about it is we have a fully flexible dashboard in the solution that enables you to have very nice live statistics and also live occupancy that you can use and download all the results that you want to have. But we also have a very nice reporting engine built in that can give you, for example, automatic results on your hard drive or via email on your results. So for example, you could get every Monday of the week, you get the count results from, or occupancy results from the last week via email or on a hard drive. And as a third option, we also embedded the full RESTful JSON interface. So if you have a third-party system or a larger ERP system, you can also grab the data from our system and integrate it into this larger ERP system or external system. And as I said, customers even use this for building control, for example. Last but not least, within the core functionality, you will also get the left and removed object detection. Sorry, I forgot to mention that our dashboard is fully integrated into the VMS Smart Client of Milestone. So you have the full dashboard functionality within Milestone as well, and you can see all the results. And now to core objects, so the left and removed object detection, which basically enables you to find, as mentioned, left and removed objects. It's built for low frequented indoor regions. So from customers use it, for example, in retail stores to detect theft on counters, or also in a museum use case if you want to detect if something was removed, but also in a security use case if you, for example, want to guarantee that nothing is standing in front of an emergency exit, for example, or that no one loiters in an area that you don't, where you don't want to have people loitering. Last but not least, I also mentioned that you can upgrade the solution. So I want to give you one example to what you can upgrade the solution. So you can also, for example, add a face channel. You don't have to reinstall anything. You install anything. You just activate the channel or license the channel on top of that. And you can make full use of the face detection and recognition system. Currently, it is enabled with a black and white listing mode. So for example, you could use it to identify VIPs in a shop, or even help access control systems in their decision if you want to. And as a small teaser, we will add age, gender, and mood detection very soon. So it will also get a very nice retail context where you can have a statistical analysis of age, gender, and mood. And of course, as all our products, also this product is fully integrated. And for example, now if you want to have a live alert for the black and white listing, here you can see an example that we have a plugin that enables the smart client to have pop-up windows of face alerts. And you can see the live alert within the system popping up with the related cameras of the alarm, and of course the face that was extracted and also the face that is in the database, so you can have an immediate reaction from within the smart client if you like to. So to summarize this up, the Cymos VA system fully integrates into the smart surveillance solution together with Milestone. You will have only one interface that you're using. You can do everything from within the Milestone X Protect system, which is very nice to use. We deliver a large product portfolio. You will get 4 channels out of the box for core functionality. And this core functionality will have the possibility to have floating licensing. So basically, for example, you could do in a shop intrusion detection with 4 cameras at night and count with 4 cameras by day and still use the same 4 licenses that are pre-licensed on the system. So as we have 2 very nice systems that are also scalable upwards, this is a very future-proof solution, and we will add functionality by functionality to this system as well, and update possibilities will also be possible. So it's a very nice future-proof model that you can buy into with the Xtreme Smart Surveillance solution. So this was it from my side. So Owen, I will leave it to you to close it up and open the Q&A.
Thanks, Jürgen, for the insights and the details regarding to all the analytic plugins that Cymos can provide and combine with the Milestone. Yeah, it's very useful for us. But I think after your explanation, the audience already get a more clear idea of each plugin. So now I want to send out another poll to check with the audience for which plugins would be most useful and more interesting to your like a use case, for example. So now I will launch it. Then later we can enter the Q&A section. So we will reserve for around 5 to 10 minutes. So feel free to type your question into Q&A box. Yeah. Oh, Jürgen, there is already a very common question for GDPR. For example, you just mentioned age and gender. For the Q2, you will have new plugins, and audience are asking about what about the GDPR and the privacy? How should we deal with that part?
So especially with age, gender, and mood analysis, this is not very much a GDPR issue. It is basically the same procedure as with counting. So actually, if you're doing surveillance already, you have to take care about the GDPR beforehand, before you do surveillance. And as a second, the age, gender, mood analysis is only a statistical output and has no direct connection to a certain person. So this is not a privacy issue, actually.
Okay, thanks to Jürgen. And there's another question regarding to the application, the API. Does Cymos provide an open API, for example, like a C++ or Python?
So we provide a RESTful API to get the data out of the system. So basically, it is possible to use this API to get out all the, for example, counting statistics and occupancy statistics. On request, we even have the possibility to open the API up to create custom UI, but there is per se no C++ or Python API.
Yeah. Currently, we addressed the question from audience, and now maybe we wait for 1 or 2 more minutes if there's more comment, and we can help the audience to answer their question. If not, I think that's it. Let's call it for the for this webinar. Hope you all get the information and the insights you want regarding to surveillance vertical, and have the enough information to develop your own one in the future if you need to. Yeah. And also thanks to Jürgen to join us well. Yeah.
Okay, I just saw a few questions coming in.
Oh yeah.
So I will read the question out. So what is the performance for outer perimeter protection with low resolution thermal cameras? What is the typical intrusion detection distance consuming 9 or 13 degree thermal cameras? I don't know the 9 or 13 degree thermal cameras on the top of my head. I will have to look into my table or planning tool. But in general, so the perimeter detection system for QVGA thermal cameras works very well. In general, it depends on the opening angle, of course. With a 13 degree opening angle, I would guess it will work at about 40 to at maximum 60 meters. I guess it will depend on the pixel density we get. So we need at least 12 pixels per meter on the target. So this is the detection that we are able to do. So it basically performs very well. We have a lot of thermal perimeter systems out there, for example, to save the perimeter for photovoltaic parks.
Yep. And I think there are two more questions from the chat box. One is, after installation, is it possible to optimize CMOS perimeter protection depending on the scene automatically or manually to reduce the false alarms?
So basically, the system has a step system to configure. So after installation, you will configure the system in a certain way, and then have a look at the performance regarding alarms and false alarms. And then you can, of course, tweak the system. We even have a service that we provide on top of that, where we can train a system basically also per channel if needed. We have a standard person detector that you can activate if you, for example, face a higher false alarm rate. You can activate a person detector, and if you want to, or if the customer wants to, you can log the tracking data and send it to us, and we can classify it. I just have to mention that this is a paid service then.
Okay. And there are three more. I think we finished these three. Then let's call it the finish. For the
so I can see it can be of interest for some customer to make interact presence of
autonomous driving
and internal vehicles to avoid collision between them. Okay. So basically, this is not part of our standard product portfolio, but we would have to talk about this use case a little bit more in detail. This is just a little too general right now. Mm-hmm. But the question was from Carlo Oldani, so happy to receive feedback from you afterwards, or maybe you send me over an email. So Owen, I think our contact data will be published. So yeah, so just send me an email and we can talk about this use case a little bit more in detail. Any integration with depth cameras? I see that. So we have integration with Orbec, with the Orbec Astra sensor. So it's possible to add the Orbec Astra sensor. Intel sensor is currently not available. We have also an integration with Vivotech stereo sensors like the SC8131. Please don't point me on that one. So this would be possible. And we have an Austrian manufacturer that also creates time of flight sensors that we can integrate as well. These are industrial sensors and have power over Ethernet capability. This is a very nice product. So if you need further information on that, David, just don't hesitate to contact me.
Mirko Bagnoli. The audience is asking, can I extract the intrusion alarm events and metadata and the single pictures via RESTful API without involving milestone? I think for the customized project, it's possible, right?
Yes. So basically, our whole design is based on a RESTful interface, and on special request, we can open up interfacing possibilities to you for that. We have that, for example, already opened for our face detection recognition system, and it's basically just logging into our internal event log and getting the data via RESTful API there. So it's no problem at all.
Okay, so I think that's it. Thank you everyone for attending, and thanks for Jürgen to join us as a co-host as well. And thank you everyone. Bye-bye.
Okay, thank you very much. Bye-bye.